All right, let's dive into something that can literally change your life. How to speak so that people don't just hear you, but they actually want to listen. I mean, it's such a common, frustrating feeling, right? You've got something you really need to say, but it's like you're just talking into the wind. So what is going on there? And, what are the secrets to actually speaking powerfully and making a real impact? Just think about the stakes for a second. The human voice, it's probably the most powerful sound in the entire world. I mean, this quote from Julian Treasure nails it. It's the one instrument that every single one of us plays. It can literally start a war, or it can say, I love you. So learning to use it well, that's not just some nice-to-have skill. It's absolutely essential. Okay, so if we want to figure out how to be heard, we've got to start with why people tune out in the first place. And it turns out there are these really common traps, these bad habits that pretty much all of us fall into sometimes. So let's break them down. The sound designer and speaker Julian Treasure actually has a name for these. He calls them the 7 deadly sins of speaking. And that's a great way to think about it. They're like these conversational landmines that just blow up your message before it ever has a chance to land. So here they are. You've got gossip, judging, negativity, complaining, excuses, exaggeration, and dogmatism. Now, if we're all being honest with ourselves, you've probably done at least one of these this week. I mean, we all have, right? Let's just take complaining for a second. We've all done it. It can feel good in the moment, like you're getting something off your chest, but what you're really doing, as Treasure puts it, is spreading viral misery. It's not exactly sunshine and rainbows you're putting out into the world. You're basically just passing on a bad mood, and who wants to hang around for that? And then you've got the last one on the list, dogmatism. This one's a biggie. It's when someone just bombards you with their opinions as if they're absolute facts. There's no room for conversation, no discussion. It's like having rocks thrown at you, The only thing you can do as a listener is just put up a wall and totally tune out. So, if those are the things not to do, what should we be doing? Well, there's a really powerful 4-part framework we can use instead. Think of it as a solid foundation for speaking in a way that actually connects with people. And these 4 principles, they form a really handy acronym, HAIL, H-A-I-L. And the word itself is perfect, right? To hail someone is to greet them enthusiastically. And isn't that exactly how we want our words to be received? So let's see what it stands for. Okay, so the H is for honesty, being clear, being straight with people. The A is for authenticity, which is really about just being yourself. The I stands for integrity, doing what you say, being your word. And finally, the L is for love. And this isn't the romantic kind, it's about wishing people well. Let's just hang on authenticity for a second. I love this phrase, standing in your own truth. It's so good. It means it's not a performance. You're not putting on an act. You're just being you. And people can always feel the difference. That's how you build trust. And that last one, love, is kind of the magic ingredient that holds it all together. Again, we're not talking romance here. We're talking about genuinely wishing people well. Because think about it, if you're coming from that place, it changes everything. Your honesty isn't brutal anymore, it's helpful. And it's pretty much impossible to judge someone when you're actively wishing them well. All right, so HAIL gives us this amazing foundation for what we say, the content. But that's really only half the story, isn't it? Now we need to talk about how we say it. So let's open up what we can call our vocal toolbox and look at the instrument itself. First up in the toolbox is register. So you can talk from way up here in your nose or from your throat. But if you really want to project power and authority, you need to speak from your chest. We are just wired to associate depth with authority. I mean, there's a reason we tend to vote for politicians with lower voices. It's not a coincidence. But there's so much more in the box. We've got timbre, that's the texture of your voice, how it feels. Is it smooth, like hot chocolate? Then there's prosody, which is just a fancy word for the sing-song melody of your speech. It's what saves you from being totally monotone. And of course, pitch, which lets us show excitement or, ask a question. And what about pace? It's a fantastic tool. You can speed up really fast when you're excited about something, or you can slow right down for emphasis. And please don't be afraid to just pause. A little bit of silence, it can be one of the most powerful tools you have. And then, of course, there's volume. Sometimes you need to get loud to show your passion, but other times you can get really quiet and make people lean in a little closer to hear what you're saying. The whole point is to have that variety. You never want to just be broadcasting on one single level the whole time. So here's the big takeaway for this whole section. Your voice is an instrument, and you need to treat it like one. If you've got something really important coming up, a huge presentation, a wedding speech, maybe you're about to ask for a raise, you have to warm it up. I mean, you wouldn't just start a car on a freezing day and immediately redline the engine, right? So don't do that to your voice. Okay, let's pull back and look at the big picture here. All these tools, these principles, this isn't just about sounding more confident or impressive in a meeting. It's about something much, much bigger. It's about consciously creating a world with less noise and a whole lot more understanding. And Julian Treasure leaves us with this really powerful question to think about. He asks, what would the world actually be like if we were all creating sound consciously and consuming sound consciously? Just imagine that. The world we'd create would not only sound more beautiful, but it would be a world where real, genuine understanding is just the norm, not the rare exception. Now that is an idea worth spreading. So that leaves us with one last question, and it's for you. It's not just about how you're going to speak from now on. It's about what you're going to say, because you have this incredible instrument, and now you know how to tune it. So, what idea will you